What's up? It's your girl Hannah Marie, and I am back with my third video. I know I said I was gonna start posting more up here, and I am. That's why I need you to make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and also hit that little bell so you can get the notifications when I post. Because I am gonna be posting from a very wide variety of stuff, from beauty, from daily life stuff, all over. Girl, I'm gonna be covering it all. So make sure you subscribe, you continue to support me, and stick around. But in this video today, we're going to be talking about the boobies. Because as many of you know, I got a boob job about a year ago. A lot of you have been wondering and asking questions about my boobs ever since I got them a year ago. But I kind of wanted to just feel it out and actually have them for a while, just so I can kind of get a good feel, like a really good feel, so I know what I'm talking about. And I am going to be looking at my phone because I took down all the questions that you guys asked me. So yeah, we're going to jump into it. So the top question is, where did I go to get my boobs done? So we actually traveled to Peru, which is in South America, if those of you aren't familiar with that. South America. So I went out of the country to get my boobs done, which I highly recommend, because the price, the doctors, the hospitality, all of it is just way better out of state and really out of country. Another thing I was really comfortable with, like, okay, my doctor does models, he does all these type of people in Peru, so I was set on that. And then the second one was, how much did they cost? Now, it depends on what cc you get and the amount of cc's you get. I got 380 cc's, which is roughly like a D cup, I believe. It's roughly like a D cup, and mine cost about $4K. That doesn't include like going over there, the stay, and all that stuff like that. Just the boobs alone were $4K, and I believe the only other thing that I had to pay was for my medicine, and that was like $10 for all of my painkillers and stuff, like $10. Stuff over there is stupid cheap. And we didn't wear any surgical bras, so I didn't have to pay for that. So that wasn't an expense. So yeah, all together I paid roughly about $4K, which is a big difference from if you get your boobs done in the States. I believe it ranges from like 7 to 10K depending on where you go and who you go with. But yeah, that was a big no-no for me. So my boyfriend's cousin got her boobs done by that same doctor, so she recommended him to me because she knew I was in the market for some new boobs. And I seen hers and I was like, okay, he does good work. And then I seen his page and I also done research. You always do your research on your doctors. It's number one rule. But I seen all his work and I was very satisfied. Very satisfied. So yeah, definitely go to Lima, Peru. So the second question is, did you get it above the muscle or up under the muscle? Now, for those of you who don't know, when you get implants, they're either placed above your muscle or up under your muscle. Mine were placed up under. That's honestly the best way to do it. Like I said, if you do your research, you will see that getting it under the muscle just benefits way more than getting it on top of the muscle. And they tend to look a lot more natural. Like, my boobs look very natural and look very like they're mine. There is some days where they do kind of look like not natural, but for the most part they look pretty natural. And anybody will tell you, especially those who've worked with me, will tell you my boobs look really good and like they look like they're mine. But that's a really good key factor about Dr. Gina, which is the doctor that I went to in Lima, Peru. He does a very natural looking job compared to people out in Miami that kind of looks completely fake. He tries to aim for natural, and I really like that about him. So yeah, I got mine under the muscle. The other question was, did the implant go through your nipple or under the underboob? Mine went through the nipple. That's honestly the best way to not get scarring, even though scarring still does happen, whether you get it through your armpit, whether you get it through your nipple, or whether you get it through your underboob, you're gonna have scarring. But for minimum scarring, you can get it through your nipple, because that's what I did, and you can barely notice it unless you're like right up on it. But yeah. Was it painful? It was not painful at all. Like, birth was more painful than that. The tattoo on my foot was more painful than that. The first day, I will admit, you are a little sore and it hurts a little bit on your nipples, but that's just because you just got an implant through there and your nipple just got cut. Now, when people think about the nipple getting cut, they think that it's this huge cut from here to here. It's a little incision, probably about this big, on your nipple. You get stitches. About a week later, the stitches come out and you're good to go, and you can freaking wash normal. You can do anything like that. You can do normal stuff. It just, you can't lift anything for like a good month. And you can't carry anything heavy for like a good month. And yeah, so I didn't really have much pain, to be honest. Like, I was literally walking the day after I got out of surgery. Like, I was walking like nothing had happened. But his cousin, you know, I told you, she recommended me to him. So she got her boobs done, and she was like, girl, I don't even know how you're walking, because I was not walking. But I was walking. I was good. I done gave birth to a baby, so I have a very high pain tolerance too, so just keep that in mind. But a lot of people are different. Like, when I was researching, some people told me that, or not told me, but I watched videos, and some people expressed that it did hurt, some people expressed that it didn't. So it just depends on your pain tolerance. Okay. And then another one was, how much was the whole trip in general? Because I was telling people a year ago when I was first getting them done that I was going to Peru. So that was also another question that they had, you know, how much was it out there, how much was the whole trip, because, you know, I'm trying to go there. So the whole trip, I would say, cost about $7K, and that's including the boobs. I didn't have to pay for housing because we actually stayed with my boyfriend's family because he's from Peru, so that was a big plus. And we stayed a month, so that was a big plus that I didn't really have to pay to stay anywhere. So that's not included in this price. So yeah, $4K for the booze, and then the rest of the money was spent on like food, activities that we did throughout the whole month. And yeah, it was definitely worth it. The 7K was definitely worth the trip, the whole month out there, visiting a whole another country that I've never been to, and getting my boobs done and coming back 10 times better. No. But yeah. Another question is, why did I decide to get my boobs done? That is a very interesting question. So, as you know, I have an almost 2-year-old now, and before even I had a baby, I had really small boobs. I had flat chest. I was flat, and I hated that growing up. And then I had a baby, and my boobs got kind of bigger, but then after I had that baby, them boobs went flat, and I just was not fucking with it. Like, I just didn't like it. It's not that I felt like I was ugly, or like, you know, it just wasn't it. Just wasn't it. So I had the money, I wanted to get it fixed, so I could. Another question is, are you happy and do you recommend it? I've been saying I recommend this whole video. Like, definitely recommend, especially if you just don't feel like you have boobs and you want to get a change and you want to feel a change. Definitely get your boobs done. It doesn't matter where you go. Get your boobs done. Get your body done. Get your lips done. Get your hair done. If you want to do it, you do it. I'm a firm believer of that. I'm very happy. As you see on my Instagram, my OnlyFans, I'm always flaunting these bad boys off because I paid $4K for a reason. And because I'm just super happy now. They're just full, voluptuous, and just look so... That's what we wanted. That's what we paid for. So the next question is, did you get saline or silicone? I personally got silicone because my doctor felt like that was the right one for me. It just depends on who you go to, your skin type, and all of that. A lot of stuff comes into consideration when they are considering whether you need saline or silicone. Mine was just silicone. Silicone worked best for me, and that's honestly the one that feels more natural and looks more natural, and it doesn't give the ripple effect. If you have researched, you know that saline often gives a ripple effect because it's filled with the solution. It kind of gives off like the best way I can say it is a ripple effect. Like, it just looks like little ridges along the outside of your boobs and sometimes like over here. But as you see, the silicone is just like a gummy material inside of the circle balloon. So if these were to rupture, pop, it wouldn't kill me. It would just slowly leak. I wouldn't be able to know. until I start feeling symptoms, which I think is like fever and stuff like that. But with the saline, you'll immediately know if your saline implant has popped or ruptured or anything like that, because your boob will be flat. Like this one would be all out and this will be flat. Let's just say you hit your boob on something or somehow it ruptures. This is the boob that got hit. This will be super flat and this one will be voluptuous. So you're obviously gonna know if your boob got ruptured. But with these silicone, it's a little bit harder to detect. But silicone is more natural, it doesn't ripple, and it's better for you. And finally, the before and after. I wanted to wait and do it at the end so I know that y'all stuck around for the goodness. So I will be inserting a clip or a video or picture, one or the other, of my before and my after, and you will see it's a huge difference. Like, damn, like the Friday scene, yeah, the famous Friday scene, it's like that, because it changed my life. It really changed my life. So it's my before and after. You see, I told you, it's worth it, y'all. It's worth it. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope I answered everybody's questions, and if I didn't cover something, you can always leave it in the comment section and I'll be sure to get back to you. Like I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get my updates on each video that I post. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I will be uploading more on this channel, so make sure you stick around, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. See ya.